Hello, my name is Turner Johnson. I am offensive line and I play center.
My name's Ethan Thompson. I play offensive line and I'm the right guard.
I'm Charlie Pitt. I play right tackle.
I'm Kennan Melvin. I play right tackle.
I'm Evan Perry. I play left guard.
My name is Zeke Fish, and I play right guard.
My name is Rhett Real, and I play center.
My name is Isaiah Rodriguez, and I play left guard.
My name's Jake White, and I play left guard.
My name is Jacob Sessions, and I play right guard.
My name is Blake Sim, and I play left tackle.
My name is Ty Morris, and I play left guard.
I think the thing that makes this group probably more special or as special as some of the ones I have is just their team chemistry. They like being around each other. You know, they do things outside of football with each other. I think right now they just playing with each other and for each other.
All right. Well, hey, we wanted to kind of give the O-line a little love today. As one who played the O-line, I've had two play the O-line, I guess you could say. We wanted to give you guys a little love today and give you an opportunity to talk a little bit about the team, about what your preparation looks like kind of on a weekly basis, and we'll go from there. Anything else, Stephen, to start it off?
That's perfect.
All right. Well, let's talk about you guys. So, how do you prepare each week for the upcoming game? What do you do? And you can answer it a couple of different times or whatever you want to do.
Well, we start off just by letting us get some time to identify the fronts, and then we work around the plays that the defensive line, the way that they change and move, we work those plays around them and identify the front so that we know what's coming and just kind of stuff like that.
Okay. Anybody else? Charlie wants to talk.
Tuesdays, it's full contact, smash mouth. That's how we prepare for Friday mainly.
Is that your favorite part of the week?
Yes.
Okay, good. Anybody else? Turner? Oh, no, he was about to talk.
It takes a lot of watching film to know what each defensive lineman does and how they act, and also like linebacker gives and things like that, of that sort.
You know, Coach Reynolds talks a lot about the three pillars being fast, physical, and fun. Obviously, y'all like the physical part. Talk about how the fast pace of our offense, how or what are some of the things maybe you like about that?
Well, when we're going fast, you know, the defense is very hard for them to keep up with us sometimes. And sometimes they'll be like disoriented or not in the formation. So we just got to be able to recognize them, recognize where they're at, and how to block it. We have specific rules for every play, and if we don't follow that rule, well, someone can slip through, hit the quarterback, and then that's on us. Anyone else?
Yeah.
I like it playing fast because sometimes they don't get the defensive called, so some of the linemen are still standing up, and that's the best part because you're already lower than them. And so that's my favorite part about it.
Yep.
Playing fast can be difficult at times because we are bigger, but practicing playing fast like that every day and every practice it makes it a lot easier, and over time you really get used to it and you start to have a lot of fun at a fast pace like that.
I was going to actually ask that as a follow-up, so good job.
I'm just going to add one more thing back to what I said earlier. Another part about it being so hard is when you're going really fast, and you're getting really tired, communication is very key because you'll look to your quarterback and you can't hear what he said, so you're like echo, and then the rest of the line's like, that's all you hear from their mouths, and you're like, oh no. But yeah, it's a lot of fun for sure.
Good. So playing fast, let's go back to that. You know, we obviously think that's an advantage for us, but from a communication standpoint, you kind of touched on it, but what are some things you guys try to do when you're about to pick up the pace? You know, we're going to go fast. We're going to do 5, 6, 7 plays just like that. What are you doing to amongst yourselves that's maybe a little bit different to give you an advantage? And don't give away all your secrets, but.
What helps a lot is that the coaches keep it really simple for us, and that most of the time there's like one or two things we really need to look out for every play.
Okay.
It's pretty simple. The coaches like to make us not think. That's the best. That's their main goal.
During the week, we like to get the music going really loud and everything like that, and just try to make it like an actual game and try to get calls played fast and just get it going. I'm trying to think. I had something, but we try to make it just like the game situation and then be able to apply it on Fridays.
Okay.
I mean, the best ways for us to go fast is always to identify the defense. So we always try to line up fast and identify the defense first.
So obviously you talk about being physical on Tuesdays. What's it like in practice to turn around and go against Easton and Charlie and these guys?
It's really exciting because, you know, you get to offense and it's instant turn from the classroom because you got to go hard, and we go under the chutes, so we have to stay low. And if we don't go hard, we're in trouble, and we have to go even harder. So you're going hard, and then JV, of course, they help us out a lot. They really give us a good look, really good look. Sometimes they put us on our butt, and then we get in trouble, and so we got to put them on their butt, and it's just back and forth. It's a war on Tuesday, I'll tell you that much.
Charlie, are you saying you haven't ended up on your butt by JV yet?
One of the best parts is we get to go against one of the best D lines in the 3A, I think. I mean, we have Charlie and Easton, and I mean, on the other side we have Quentin Shrewsbury standing back there. But we have tons of great D linemen to go against just to make us better for those Fridays.
I think they released stats today, and 5 of the top 10 in sacks in the Texas Panhandle are on our defense. And so Charlie, Austin, Easton, Mason, and Matt Bridges. Yeah, Matt. So 5 of the top 10.
Get some.
Jake White, you're the newest guy here. What's it like to come in from JV and step into this crew?
I mean, you know, just a lot faster paced. Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
is it nice to be on this side and not be going against them from JV?
Oh yeah, for sure. On JV, just going against Charlie Pitt and Easton can get kind of, you know, hurtful. You know, getting beat. You know, so yeah, just.
Hey, Pancake and Shrewsbury.
Yeah, Pancake and Shrewsbury right there.
No. So what's the funnest part about playing offensive line?
Hit people.
Putting people on their back and making them enjoy
right?
it every play.
I have to say what Charlie said, but then just getting up and laughing in their faces.
I like imposing my will.
I like the family aspect. Like most of these guys didn't talk about, we're a pretty close group. We all know each other pretty well, I would say, and I love my O-lineman.
Hey, talk about your quarterback for a second. I know he's standing over my shoulder, but he's a guy that literally is always looking downfield. Reading through his progressions, y'all face some big D lines, and y'all have managed to give him time over and over and over for the last 3 weeks. But talk a little bit about him.
I love my quarterback. We're close. We have a special connection. I always make sure he knows that we'll give him time. Just take a deep breath after every play. We always got his back. We do our job, and so that he can do his. So I don't know. We execute so that he can execute, and he does a great job.
I've played for a couple of quarterbacks now, and I know Dawson's my age and all, and we've been good friends for the years, but he probably gives us more respect. And respect goes both ways, like he gives us respect, we'll block for him. Dawson does that the most out of the quarterbacks I've had, and I just feel like he's putting in the same amount of effort we put in.
I love Dawson, man, but my favorite part about him compared to other quarterbacks is the communication he gives. If I have a low snap or a snap's a little too high, he'll let me know, and I'll be able to fix it. easily. If we can't hear a play, we'll keep shouting echo, and he'll make sure we know before we start the play.
Out of all the quarterbacks, like how we've been saying, I think Dawson's definitely been the best, but he wants to win more than anybody else out there, and that's the greatest part, to have a guy cheering on right behind us to really get us motivated and going on Fridays.
So the first, go ahead.
I can say that it makes it a lot easier to block for him when I personally don't want to hit him, and there have been quarterbacks or a quarterback in the past that I've wanted to hit, so it makes it a lot easier.
First off, I want to say that those are my boys, and I love all of them. They go to war every single snap on Friday nights for me, and all of my success in every single way starts with them up front, because without them, I can't do my job. They run block amazing and give me all the time in the world that I need in the passing game to do whatever it is I need to do each week. They do a great job every single week in practice and in games. And, while we do run hole and they go hard every snap, every play, and then when we do pass hole, receivers and backs and everything, they're over there working on their pass pro and picking up pass rush, and they just do a great job, and they work so hard. They work just as hard as anyone, and if not, I'd probably say they work harder, because, they do way more running than I do. And I have so much respect for every one of them, and I love my O-line.
So as an offensive line, you're probably a little bigger than maybe we've had in the past, a little smaller than some that we've had in the past. A lot of the defenses you played this year have been pretty good size. When you watch them on film, what are some things you're kind of looking for from a blocking perspective that you want to kind of key in on?
Whether or not they move their feet or if they're fast off the ball.
Okay.
If they're slow, like, for example, Canadian, they just like to stand up. And so that'll give you a good push and get lower than them. So, I don't know. We just look at, like, if they're fast off the ball or if they're slow, just stuff like that.
Nothing personal, but we kind of look at weight size. Like, if they're lazy and fat, we run side to side, and we get them tired, and then we put them on their back and make them like it.
Well, for me, I always look at their size, but mostly their speed. Me being the smallest lineman probably on our team, it's definitely, I have to be able to do everything right, drive my feet and everything. But their speed is what matters the most, because if they can get off the ball and they can get on me, I need to be ready. That's what I look at the most, who I need to watch out for. If they're a bit slower off the ball, it's usually a bit easier on me.
Most of the time when I watch film, I look for consistencies. I look for what they all attempt to do, to see what the coaches are teaching them, as to, like, whether they are reading, like Ethan was talking about. Some defenses do not penetrate, and they're more of reading defenses.
One thing I really like to look at is pad level. It's what coaches preach to us all the time also, is pad level, pad level, pad level. If they have a higher pad level, it's going to be it won't be an easy block, of course. It's never easy, but it's going to be an easier block than what it would be if they were to be low.
So obviously, you take one game at a time, but you also know the schedule is coming. And between Borger, Dumas, and El Paso Riverside, you got some big lines coming. What are the things you're looking for most in the next 3 weeks to see what y'all can? Because let's be honest, you've been tested, but you're about to really be tested. What are y'all looking forward to trying to accomplish most in these next couple games with these big D lines coming in?
I much look forward to getting better. They're bigger, they're faster, they're stronger. So that'll make me work harder, and that'll get me to push harder and become better at what I do.
I'm looking forward to the competition. We love competition. We preach it all the time. We just got to be the more physical team out on the field and just see who would tap out first. So
I'm going to put them on their back.
If we're going to go as far as we want to go, as we say we want to go, then we're going to have to go against really good D linemen, and I think it's going to be a great couple of steps for us to take, especially Dumas being bigger and offense and defensive line, it's going to be a great step for us to take to get to where we want to go later in the season.
All right. So as a team, and we've commented several times during the game, this team doesn't get really high and they don't get really low as far as the game progresses. If you go out in the score and Canadian or somebody comes right back and answers back, this team seems to kind of float kind of even. What part do y'all play in that as far as trying to keep this team kind of at an even pace during a game?
I mean, if we don't keep our consistency, then obviously it'll go downhill because we're a really big part of this team. So we just got to keep doing what we're doing and practice and do what's right.
As you know, most of the momentum of the game starts with us up front, and I feel like we're pretty consistent. Even if something bad happens the next play, we're hitting you back in the mouth. But I think that's always the same play.
Short-term memory.
Melvin, you're awfully quiet over there.
I can say that we have a lot of guys on the sidelines that may not get to play that much, but they do encourage us as to when things start to get a bit low, and if we do fall to that, they'll be there to support us, like Jesse or Slade for me.
Just adding on to that real quick, another thing that keeps us going is every single one of these guys behind me is really good at what they do, and they know what they're doing. And I know if I start slowing down or don't step it up, they could just as easily take my spot. I fully trust them. If I were to ever get injured, I fully trust each and every one of them to be able to take my spot if that would come. Anybody else?
Talk to us a little bit about Coach Espy. Watching him on the sideline, watching y'all interact with him, I feel like y'all'd run through a wall for that guy. Talk to us about him.
I love Coach Espy. He's he's probably one of my favorite coaches. At the same time, he is also very terrifying at some times. But he is there for us. We know he's there for us. Yeah, the other game I had a bad snap. He asked me what's happening. He built me up, and we were ready to go.
I think he does a great job teaching us and letting us know what's coming. It's really, really easy to have a coach like him because we can, if we mess up or if we're needing help on a block that personally maybe I can't get and I need help on the right side or the left side, we can always go off the sideline and talk to him like, hey, this is the play that we need to run. If we run this play, then, we have a chance to go score. So I just like the fact that we can come off the field and talk to him. And even Coach Reynolds we can talk to, just let them know what's going on in the field, and we can take care of it. So
I love Coach Espy. He gives us 100% effort, and we strive to give him back what he gives us, but it's not always the fact.
We'll just keep on going down the line. I also love Coach Espy. But he tells us, wake up and choose violence, and that's been a really big thing for us lately, to just be physical as we can be. And, no one's going to prepare us better than him, absolutely. Just how we line up our formations and then just how hard we go. He wants to make sure that we're going as hard as we're going, like Charlie said. He's going to give us all of his effort. We need to try and give him all of ours.
As everybody's already said, I love Coach Espy too. He does great things for us and gets us going during practice. But I also love Coach Thurman and Coach Dreyer during the games. They're always right there. If you ever watch film or during the game, you can see Coach Thurman jumping up and down after something good. And they're just really fun to be around and great coaches.
This may be an unpopular opinion, but I do love Coach Espy. He's been there with me through a lot. I used to not really be a talkative person, but he's really brought that out of me recently, and yeah.
All right. So last question, I think, is we'll have to wrap up. The game's going to start here in a minute. You guys have had mentors, people older than you that you've played with, and how important is it now that you're now the starting, You've got those underneath you. You've got those that are behind you coming up. How do you approach that aspect of the game? Meaning somebody's got to be ready to take your spot if you get hurt. Somebody's got to take your spot next year when you're gone as a senior. How do you guys take that as a leadership group?
I think that's what I love about this team. You know, personally, if one of us 5 gets hurt, I know that without a doubt the next person that will fill in that gap will be there ready to go. I don't know. We have a pretty solid starting line and backup line, so
okay.
We're really
Now, Charlie, I will say, Aaron wanted me to make sure he really feels responsible for you being as physical as you are, because he said he beat up on you as a freshman.
Aaron punished me as a freshman.
And he's a little guy.
He's a little guy, but no. Aaron knocked me from the hash to the sideline my first varsity practice ever. He knocked me on my butt, but as those guys did and as we should do, we leave a legacy, and I feel like this year we have a chance to get over that hump and show everybody in Bushland that we do have a chance and we can go to state and go far.
All right. Well, we're about to get chased out of here, guys, so thanks for joining us. We really did want to give you guys a little press time because we recognize it a lot. We try to call it out, but thanks for what you do. Thanks for what you're contributing to this team, and here we go. Wrap it up.
Hey, go Falcons.
All right.